Hello and welcome to This is Paris, the show that takes you up close and personal with the stars of French football club Paris Saint-Germain. Coming up, it's a classic of the French footballing calendar as Paris welcome Lyon to a sold-out and buzzing Parc des Princes.
Muito bonito ter toda a torcida de volta.
We sit down with Paris midfielder Danilo, who looks ahead to the Champions League showdown with Manchester City.
Nós temos a ambição e o querer de ganhar todos os jogos e Manchester City é um adversário que nós vamos querer ganhar também.
And then we travel to Metz with the team as Paris make it 7 out of 7 in a thriller.
Feliz de poder ayudar al equipo por mis 2 goles.
Paris Saint-Germain entertained Olympique Lyonnais to the Parc des Princes, looking to start the season with a perfect 6 wins out of 6 for just the 3rd time in the club's history. The match also offered a home debut to Leo Messi after the mercurial Argentine started his first match for the club in the midweek Champions League draw away to Club Brugge. From one legend to another, former Paris captain Haï was in town to be presented to the fans and receive his trophy after he was named the greatest player in the history of the club during last season's 50th anniversary celebrations.
Hoje é festa, hoje é festa. Festa, vamos celebrar um dos melhores.
Não, para aqui.
There are so many great memories. I'm very proud to be a part of the history of this stadium. It will always be a part of me. In over 200 appearances in Rouge et Bleu, Haï scored 72 goals, many of them spectacular. He led the club to the league title in 1994, 2 Coupes de France, 2 Coupes de la Ligue, and the 1996 UEFA Cup Winners' Cup. But above all, he embodied the class and elegance of the French capital and inspired an entire generation. Every time that I meet the supporters who are now 40 or 50, well, back then they were 10 or 15, and it's their memories that are the most important thing. It was a period that inspired them, made them dream, and that is just priceless.
C'est parti pour le choc de cette 6e journée.
Allez, Saint-Germain, Lyon. Ah, voilà,
Toko Kambi past him, into the area, chips it back.
Messi, la barrera, Anthony López y el arco. Pour Messi.
Messi!
Oh, what the crossbar!
Ah, ça touche les pieds. Et l'ouverture du score de Lucas Paqueta.
Here's Neymar. Neymar still Neymar.
Penalty. Penalty. Neymar para empatarlo.
E lá vem Neymar e lá vem paradinha. Batida pro gol.
His first goal of the season. He celebrates with Lionel Messi. Icardi getting away from his marker. Kylian Mbappe with the provide. It's beautiful to have the supporters back. I'm so happy to have this atmosphere here. Our fans that never stop. And now we have to carry on winning with our supporters right behind us every game. That's the most important thing.
Do nosso lado, que é o mais importante.
We need to evolve in the best way with no time to work too much. But I think I am so happy, very pleased with the effort and the character that we show after to consider the goal.
We have to show our desire during matches, show our quality, and we have to win, especially at home. We saw last year that it's not easy to win this league, but we've started really well, and now we have to carry on like this. Of course, we can still improve, and we want to improve, but we'll carry on like this. We've done a lot of good things along the way.
Muita coisa boa pela frente.
Paris Saint-Germain have made a perfect start to the new assault on the Ligue 1 trophy, recording 6 wins out of 6 and boasting the best attack in the division with 18 goals scored at an average of 3 per match. For Danilo Pereira, this season, the Parc des Princes will play a crucial role in the title challenge.
Sim, sem dúvida. Eu acho que começar a liga.
I think we started the championship with a lot of discipline and respect towards all the teams. We can't give the opponents a chance of picking up points at our home ground. I think that's very important to win the home games and the away games as well. But the Parc des Princes is our home, our fortress. We can't drop points when we play at home. Personally, my start to the season has gone well. I played a lot at the beginning, now a little bit less. But I think that in a squad like this, with so many great players, you have to give each player their chance to play. That's how you maintain competition for places. It just has to be that way here. We've been getting stronger every game. We've won every game. In the first games, perhaps we conceded a few goals, but now we're better organized and more solid at the back. We don't concede as many, and I think it's very important for the team to be in good shape defensively and offensively. Without a doubt, we have a very competitive squad, because it's not only our strikers, for example, who score goals, but also our midfielders. They can score, like Ander or Ghana recently. Each element of the squad has its opportunity to shine and give something to the team. I think that too is very important. It's wonderful to see the stadium full of fans. I never had the chance to experience this during the health crisis in my first season. The stadium is beautiful when all the fans are singing, and their support really helps us as well.
E eu acho que ajuda bastante.
In the
também nos
moments
jogos
when you
em
feel
que
you need a
normalmente
little bit
estamos
more
mais
energy,
apáticos,
you can
público
really
ajuda
draw on their support.
a acordar e a estar mais metido no jogo.
The new UEFA Champions League campaign began with a draw away to Belgian champs Club Brugge, and the Portugal international is already confident of bouncing back at home to Manchester City next time out.
É verdade, o ano passado também.
It's true, last year we started like this, with a loss against Manchester United.
O Manchester United.
But then little by
Depois,
little,
pouco a pouco,
we got
fomos,
into our rhythm,
criando o
and we ended up
ritmo
topping
e
the
acabamos
section.
por passar primeiros do grupo. Eu acho que
I don't think we should worry too much about that. We know we have to work hard to be in the position that we want to be in.
Estarmos no posto onde nós queremos.
I know that Manchester City are a well-organised team. They know each other very well. This first game against them will be at the park and we'll have to prepare. But I think the demands for a game like this are different. Everyone is more focused. We will be ready. That's for sure. It is motivating, but I wouldn't say we're looking for revenge after last season because it's not right to talk about revenge in football. But we have ambition, and we want to win every game. Manchester City is an opponent, and we want to beat them as well. Paris Saint-Germain's UEFA Champions League trip to Belgium also meant a return to continental action for the club's under-19 side in the UEFA Youth League. Just as Mauricio Pochettino's side took on Club Brugge, so it was for Zoumana Camara's young Chargers, finalists of the competition back in 2016. In a side featuring the club's rising stars such as Xavi Simons, Edouard Michou and Denis Franchi, who all regularly train with the first team, it was a new adventure for many of the squad after last season's edition was cancelled due to COVID. In a fiercely competitive contest, it was Simons who created the first goal of the game for JD Gassama. A cool finish on the half hour. However, Ibe Otekieta equalised from a corner with the last touch of the first half. It was all square at the break. Another explosive run from the Dutch youth international Simons saw Les Rouges et Bleus back in front with 11 minutes left to play. Only for history to repeat itself again as another late corner saw Club Brugge equalise for a second time, Romeo Vermant nodding home. We prepared well for the game, and we came looking for all 3 points. We had chances, but it ended in a draw. But it was a good game. We conceded 2 goals from set pieces. The coach had warned us about that beforehand in training. They're young players and they're learning fast. It's a shame to be twice leading and to be pegged back twice, but overall it was a good match. The players were focused and disciplined and worked very hard. They started the game a little bit nervous, but got better and better. Next up, Manchester City on match day 2. Still to come on This Is Paris, Marquinhos led his Chargers to Metz looking for a 7th straight win in the league. We focus on a man in form, Ander Herrera. And before we take on City in the Champions League, we look back at Paris's history against English opposition. Just 3 days after the heart-stopping 2-1 win at home to Olympique Lyonnais, and 3 days before the visit of Montpellier to the park, Paris Saint-Germain were on the road to Metz with the aim of recording a 7th consecutive win to start the Ligue 1 campaign. As is so often the case around France, the local fans turned out to see the squad when they arrived in Metz. A squad that travelled without an injured Leo Messi, but could count on Kylian Mbappe and Neymar Jr. to bring some goodwill to all the locals. Mauricio Pochettino went with a 4-3-3 formation with Achraf Hakimi returning to the starting 11 on the right side of the defence.
Metz et Paris Saint-Germain.
Après une entame de saison parfaite, 6 sur 6, le Paris Saint-Germain va tenter le 7 sur 7. Oh, le petit ballon piqué, et c'est sauvé sur la ligne, la reprise maintenant, et but pour le Paris Saint-Germain, il y a but quand même.
Salva o Metz a zaga ali com o Dol.
Neymar has it. Tiny footwork from Neymar. Mbappe through for a second here, is he? Fine goalkeeper, you have to give credit to.
Oh, le frappé. Ah, la trajectoire est belle.
Ojo porque acaba de empatar Jugador para el Ojo a este pase, mano a mano con Keylor, por favor, qué parada de Keylor, nada.
Et Neymar, est-ce qu'il va prendre sa chance?
Down by Neymar, puts it out. Hakimi here, and he's done it.
Paris est là, Paris marque, et Paris gagne le match. Elle est belle celle-là, elle est
Bien, feliz.
Very happy, really happy to help the team with my 2 goals. The whole team worked so hard tonight, right to the last minute. It was good.
From the beginning, I think we played well, and then we drop a little bit our level, our intensity. But I am so happy for the victory and the mentality that showed the team and the character to fight until to the end.
Ander Herrera has been one of the driving forces in Paris Saint-Germain's near-faultless start to the 2021-22 campaign. The Rouge et Bleu number 21 is the club's equal top scorer so far, level with Kylian Mbappe with 4 goals in all competitions. Indeed, Ander has opened the scoring twice in the league this season, against Brest in week 3 and again at home to Clermont in week 5, where he got his first double for the capital club. It's very nice when you score a goal, but I'm also realistic. It's not possible to score or provide an assist every game. But there's a first time for everything, Ander, and just 3 days after his double against Clermont, the 32-year-old also netted the first goal away to Club Brugge in the Champions League opener. And while the goals have been catching the eye, there's a whole lot more to Ander's game. For me, football's a team sport. It's true that Paris has stars, incredible players who can make the difference, but they also need a strong squad behind them. One of the most used players by Mauricio Pochettino this season, Under has also provided 2 assists. And his passing game has also featured, averaging an impressive 74.3 passes per match in the French top flight at an impeccable 93.9% completion rate. And his tireless work rate means he features heavily in the defensive stats as well, perfectly illustrated by his club-high 18 blocks in Ligue 1 this season. I try to be a leader by example, in the way I train, the way I carry myself. Every day I try to represent Paris Saint-Germain in the best possible way I can. Drawn against Manchester City in the group stage of the Champions League in a replay of last season's semi-finals, this is Paris decided to delve back into the archives and have a look at Les Rouges et Bleus' long history against English clubs. It's a history that started back in the 1993-94 season, when the side from the French capital met Arsenal in the semi-finals of the UEFA Cup Winners' Cup. A David Ginola goal at the Parc gave Paris hope, but a narrow defeat at Highbury saw the Gunners go through to the final. 3 years later, at the same stage of the same competition, Paris were established as one of the best sides on the continent. They lived up to that billing with a stunning 3-0 home win, Leonardo setting them on their way. In 1997, Paris qualified for a second consecutive continental final. In 2004, Paris returned to the Champions League and met Chelsea for the first time in the group stage, a home defeat and an away draw. A decade on, and the Rouges et Bleus met the Blues in the quarter-finals of the Champions League. And after Javier Pastore scored one of his signature goals, only heartbreak awaited at the return leg 2 weeks later. Paris would meet Chelsea 3 seasons in a row, and 2015 was to prove the turning point. Thiago Silva's extra-time header seeing Paris edge the contest on away goals in one of the club's greatest European nights. "12 months on, again in the last 16, and Paris confirmed the change in the balance of power with a comprehensive 4-2 aggregate win over the Blues, as Zlatan Ibrahimovic scored at home and away. After an initial scoreless draw with Manchester City back in 2008 in the UEFA Cup, the two sides met again in the quarter-finals of the 2016 Champions League, and another cruel elimination for the French champions. Paris were then reunited with Arsenal in the 2016-17 group stage, sharing the spoils at home and away. Then came 2 thrilling nights against Liverpool that saw Paris emerge top of the group in 2018. Only for fate to once again turn its back on the French side against Manchester United in the last 16. Despite a stunning 2-0 win at Old Trafford that included Presnel Kimpembe's only ever goal for Paris, at least so far. And last season, Paris extracted their revenge against the Red Devils, topping the section as Manchester United headed into the Europa League, thanks to another legendary night in the Theatre of Dreams. Last season, Paris's run ended on the other side of the city of Manchester at the semi-finals, and Mauricio Pochettino's team has some unfinished business with the Sky Blues.